All right, so I've been into roguelikes lately, so I wanted to try Moria. Okay, now I wasn't familiar with this game for the longest time. Basically, from what I understand, you had Rogue, which I played as a kid back in the late 80s, and then Moria was made right after Rogue. Rogue being 26 levels, and Moria was a similar game with 99 levels. The name, in fact, more Rogue. And let's give it a shot. And this took a bit to find because the wikis all point to a website that is gone. Okay. But there is another site that is preserving it. I'll put that in the description. And I also have the zip file since they grant rights to distribute. I have the zip file uploaded on the Discord. You can head over there and pick yourself up a copy. It's really tiny. Human male, and I like to be... Let's just roll for... I tend to roll for stats, which I know makes it like... roll for a higher strength. There we go. Which I know makes it less likely for me to do well, but it's nice and simple. And we'll play as a warrior, and for the name, will be... Tigerino. Alright. So I played this a little bit before recording because I wanted to give it a shot. And I have to say, if you have never played this before, or this kind of game, you might be better off playing Angband, because this is very similar. Angband came out after this game and cites it as one of the inspirations, so I can see a lot of Angband in this game. So, for example, you start in a town, which you didn't in the original Rogue, and you have buildings you can go into. 6, we have a mage, and here we have... Oh, here's another thing I noticed. I have to use the number pad to move around, okay? If I use the arrow keys, I get this, which is a shrunk down version. This is a map of the area, shrunk down, which is kind of cool because once you enter the dungeon, the levels end up being bigger than a regular screen can fit. Okay. So I'm starting with 400 gold. Let's see what I have. Inventory. I've got a cloak, leather armor, and a dagger. Okay, so the last time I did this... oh, yeah, here we go. Word of recall. So, purchase, and we're going to do C. Oh, I can barter with them. That is awesome. Asking is 322. 320. Drive a hard bargain, but taken. I like it. I like it. They took, in the original Angband, they ended up taking out the... yeah, see the little symbol here. They took out the charisma statistic because they found that there wasn't a need for it. Alright, hang on 1 second here. Alright, let's give this a shot again. Okay, enter a maze down staircases. You pass through a one-way door. Okay, that's another thing that makes this different from Angband. In Angband, I can walk right back up to the town, and this way it's more like Rogue, and in that... one way. But look at this. Unlike Rogue, I have to worry about a light source, which sucks. So we're going to hit W to wield. Let's wield a torch. Alright, let's give it a shot. There we go. Now I have a torch out. And another thing is that the way that the dungeons are generated is very different. Closed door, so open this direction. I did it. I picked a lock. This way. So we have the pluses are closed doors. Okay, so you see the bracket here? That's a staircase. I'm not ready to do that one just yet. So let's go. Now you can see the screen shifting as I walk around. That's because the map is... it's bigger than a screen can fit, which is cool. So there's I can press L to look, and let's look in this direction. I see a white worm. Let's go fight him. Are they duplicating? It looks like they're duplicating. And I've died because I was very careless. Tigerino the Private Warrior. Okay. So this is another thing that I see done a lot in later games. Tigerino. It's asking me what I want to name that file. And now check this out. Here we go. And now I'm in the game directory. See, I named it Tigerino. It doesn't even have an extension. If I drag it onto the thing, there's my death file. Adam does this, and Angband does this, and I think NetHack does it too. I think this is really cool. It's a primitive version of that mechanic, but I think it's awesome. Especially since this game utilizes the same stats, like strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, charisma. This is a Dungeons and Dragons statistic, straight up and down. So I imagine at the time you could take this and print it and use it in an actual Dungeons and Dragons game, which would work very well with like an OSR or an old rule set. But let's get back to the game. Let's try the game again. Okay. Oh, another thing that's really weird about this game is that it's done... I don't want to mess up the screen, but I think this exists entirely in the console, because if you try and like maximize it, everything looks all distorted. Oh, I think I just left the game. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay. Choose a race. All right, let's be a dwarf this time. And male. Oops, M. We're going to be a child of a dwarven miner. Here, credit to the family. You have dark brown eyes, straight black hair, 1 foot beard, and a dark complexion. Okay. Intelligence is 7. Strength is 14. There we go. Ha! I like that. And let's press escape. And the warrior. The name Colodormono. I don't know. That works. And let's do it. Okay. So, let's try this again. Word of recall. D. How much do I offer? 353. Let's try it. All right. Escape from building. So let's start with the game. Oh. Well, it looks like it put me in the middle of a hallway or some area where I can't see. So let's get the torch out right away. And that's exactly what it did. I'm in a hallway. Down and down and down we go. Oh, now look at this. You see the dollar sign? If I press L, look upwards. That's copper. This is in a quartz vein. So this is something else they do in Angband, is the ability to mine. Tunnel, in which direction? Digging with your hands, making no progress. So I can mine. Open. It's stuck. And that's one way to get cash, but I haven't done it successfully in this game. Let's see. Open. Failed to pick the lock. All right. Let's see what else we got. Hey, that worked. S to search. Cobalt. All right, hold on a second. Where's my HP? Does it not show that? Sure it does. I'm just not seeing it because I'm not paying attention. You hit the cobalt. You hit the cobalt. Cobalt hits you. Okay. White worm. A white worm. Oh boy. You gotta watch those white worms. Well, this is Moria. Traditionally super unforgiving. I would go as far as to say even more so than Rogue. I'll try this a little bit more and see if I can figure out how to get a decent start going, because I'm sure I'm making some beginner problems or beginner mistakes. But yeah, that's Moria.